Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin breaking 50K and as of right now coming back down below it for some consolidation, but maybe looking to get back above it here soon, as well as some chart patterns with some of the altcoins. Here's XRP that could give us an idea of the direction that they're going next. But real quick, before we get into that, if at any point you enjoy this video, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and turning on my post notifications. Thank you guys for all the support. I am still a super small channel, so any amount of support goes an extremely long way. I really appreciate it, everybody. So let's actually start off with Bitcoin here. In my video yesterday, I was pointing out the bearish divergences, the pretty massive bearish divergences we're getting on the higher time frames here. And that kind of made me think that we might need a correction here soon. Bitcoin didn't feel that way. Bitcoin pushed up above 50K last night for the first time in over 3 months. It's been over 3 months since we have been above 50K. The last time was over here on May 14th. And 50K is a very big milestone, especially for this recovery. The bulls feel like if we can get above 50K, then we are pretty much in the clear, confirmed bullish. We're going to the price targets that we had set back in February. And the bears think that 50K is going to be the spot that we get rejected at. And this little pump that we have going right here is going to end up being a dead cat bounce, and we're going to go down forever. Now, what I personally think is that 50K is simply a very heavy line of resistance for us to get above, and it's probably going to take us more than one try to get above it. Now, I am leaning towards the bullish side. The on-chain metrics plus the real-life fundamental use cases plus Bitcoin's previous history all kind of points to this being a mid-cycle dump. So I tend to lean towards the bulls, but I still think it's going to take us more than one try to actually conquer 50K. You know, we went at it once. We went at it once last night. We weren't able to beat it. And this bearish divergence is still in play. This momentum wave has not printed a red dot yet, but it is still lower than this wave back here. And Bitcoin's price has continued further up. So there is a possibility that this bearish divergence plays out. Maybe best case scenario, we get a double bottom here and then shoot at 50K again. Anything's really possible. But, you know, just going off of what I'm seeing on the chart, we got rejected once at 50K. We still have a massive bearish divergence on the 12-hour. And the money flow is even starting to dip downwards a little bit. You can see there's kind of a downward sloping action there. But money flow is still very high in the green, which, as I said in yesterday's video, makes me think that this is probably going to be a relatively quick correction. If we get one at all. I never said we had to get one, but just looking at the charts, that's what I'm thinking. Now, jumping over to Ethereum, I would almost say Ethereum's looking a little bit better than Bitcoin. There is still the possibility of us getting a bearish divergence here. That was a horrible line. But if you look closely, this 12-hour momentum wave is pointing sharply up after we got that green dot right there. So if this momentum wave can get up above this one over here, then there would no longer be a bearish divergence on the 12-hour for Ethereum. And maybe, this was just a bearish divergence and it already played out with this drop. But really, Ethereum is probably just waiting to see what Bitcoin is going to do. You know, money flow is still kind of at the same area. Money flow is looking good. So Ethereum is pretty much just waiting on the sidelines, seeing what Bitcoin is going to do. And I'm thinking if we do end up getting this quick correction here, then maybe Ethereum just kind of cools off, does what it's doing, and then once Bitcoin starts to work its way back up, it can start ripping because it's been finding lots of resistance. Right around like 33.30, we've been finding lots of resistance. But yeah, I would say Ethereum's probably just waiting to see what Bitcoin is going to do. Now I'm going to look at some other projects today. First up, we got Atom. And I would say the Atom chart is looking pretty good. You know, we've got a nice buildup of money flow here. We've gotten like 3 green dots above the 60 line on this momentum wave on the 12 hour. So there's a lot of momentum here for Atom. And if you look at the 12-hour VWAP, it looks like it's starting to flatten out. So maybe this VWAP turns around here and we can get another push up here relatively soon. And so the momentum waves were pointing towards continuation. Another thing we have here is what's called a bull flag, where you got the flagpole coming up and then immediate consolidation into a triangle pattern. This typically leads to continuation of the pattern. So if we take a target from the top of this flagpole down to this trend line and then we put it on a potential breakout point, we can get some possible targets for this move. And for Atom, we are looking at about $26. That's about a 16% move from the breakout point. And, you know, this doesn't mean it has to come up and then consolidate at this area. It could go farther past 26. This is just a technical target. But yeah, I would say Atom is looking very good. And now I also want to look at XRP. On the 12-hour, we do have a decreasing momentum wave here, but we also have decreasing price action, which means there's no bearish divergence there. And we just got a green dot on the 12-hour, which makes me think XRP might be looking to make a move here, especially considering that we are coming to the end of this pattern here. And this is interesting because I longed XRP last night because we were breaking out of this formation, but it decided to come back down and test the bottom of the trend line for some reason and stop me out of my trade. But hey, that's alright. I might be looking to get back in here if it looks like we're going to break this trend line again. We don't typically see this though. Usually when we get a breakout of a triangle pattern, you know, that's what it is. It's a breakout. We start heading upwards. But looks like Bitcoin brought XRP back into this trading range. And the 12-hour was looking good, but we are getting red dots on the 3-hour, probably on the 4-hour. Yep. So, hey, there's always the possibility that XRP breaks bearish out of this triangle. Doesn't mean it's going to, you know, completely reverse its trajectory. Maybe we just consolidate a little bit before heading farther up. So it seems like the alts are really just waiting to see what Bitcoin does. A lot of them look prime for breakouts to the bullish side, but they're just waiting to see what Bitcoin will do next. If Bitcoin starts to head back up towards 50K and looks to make new all-time highs, I feel like alts are going to rip. And another reason for that is because the Bitcoin dominance has been dropping as it broke out of this triangle formation here. We had a nice breakout, came back, tested it, got rejected, and seems like the Bitcoin dominance has just been dropping recently. So I feel like if Bitcoin starts to push 50K again, maybe if it can find support above 50K, that would be extra bullish for the alts, especially Ethereum. I feel like Ethereum is ready to rip here soon. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and turning on my post notifications. Really appreciate the support. And I will see you all tomorrow for my next video. Peace out, everybody.